far. And we've got a scrap. At the end of the game, we've got a scrap, and there are some haymakers going. Here we go. There's a touch, and now there's a 9-4 game. Oh, what a save. Looks like
one-time shot and a deflection goes in. Mary took the shot, and it's a 5-5 game with 7:19 left to play.
Hi, and welcome to Between Two Posts Podcast. My name's Joshua Balderson, and his name's Justin Allery. Well, we have all of Week 5's EOSHL content to bring to you, so we're going to jump right into it. Justin's got the first game.
I traveled down to the area of Smiths Falls, Ontario to see the second half of the back end of the home and home series between the Frontenac Phantoms and the Smiths Falls Ritos. That game was full of action, full of physicality, and you're going to see it right here in the highlight package. Stay tuned. We're going to discuss that game very shortly.
Number 7 for the Mustang shoots. Nice save by Lassette. Yeah, there's a 2-on-1. There's a shot. Saved by Tondreau. Number 5 for the Piper shoots. Shot. The Pipers go up by 2 with 1.7 seconds left. That is a lot closer to the end of Mustangs. Oh, there's a trip, and now there's a. That was a dirty play. Most of the pace here in the first period, but the Pipers have capitalized on every opportunity that they've been given thus far. And we've got a scrap. At the end of the period, we got a scrap, and there are some haymakers going. Here we go. Oh, we got to be careful here because you don't want anybody hitting their head on that ice. A good little scrap there, and we are going to see a couple guys go off for a fighting majors. On a partial breakaway shot.
So as you saw, we had a game that was full of action. There was hits, some fights. Even there was arena staff that didn't have very much common sense. Did I just say that? I did. And overall, it was an exciting game. So a game did start off, as you saw there, the Pipers, they came in... basically, they came in with a 2-0 lead, which then led to some hits getting dropped there, but the play was completely dominated by the Mustangs in that entire game, realistically, and the Pipers were just playing very strong defensively in front of their goaltender there, Lassette. He kept them in that game up until that point where he got collided into, and unfortunately didn't seem to be the same right after that. But overall, game that had a lot of good hits. I would say the officiating was great for the first 40 minutes, and once the third period came in, they seemed to have lost control of the game because we saw a lot more slashing, a lot more cross checks, a lot more stuff that wasn't clean. So overall, we saw the Mustangs did come out on top. Now the shot differential is extremely lopsided. So the game ended up 66-29 in favor of the Mustangs. So as it showed, the Pipers did capitalize on all their opportunities that they were presented with, and the Mustangs, realistically, this was really a 1-goal game if you exclude the empty netter at the end. But notable things here for the game: Bradley Gabor with the hat trick. He was the first star of the evening. Isaac Barr, who we always see on that ticker. Way to go, Isaac. Staying consistent. We like consistency. Second star with the Mustangs with 2 assists. And Chris Newhook with the hat trick of assists with 3 apples for the Mustangs. So he was our third star. Any notes or takeaway here that you want to throw in here?
Yes. So I would say that I would 100% agree with you on the referee situation. 40 minutes into play, it was quite well contained. There was a couple things that were a little questionable, but you expect that in any game.
They draw the line, right?
Yeah. Unfortunately, in the last 20 minutes, they started picking, I felt, individuals out. They weren't really, taking the right, a lot of times maybe you want to take 2 players to the box that are involved in it to kind of, let both sides know, because as we all know, I find one of the biggest issues is when you pick one out, then that team is angry. They got a penalty, that they got maybe slashed something beforehand, so they did something in return, and then they're angry, so they look for it, a little retaliation. So I think that's kind of where the game went at that point. It was very physical, lots of body checking, lots of some that were questionable at times. I wouldn't say anything was deliberate to injure anybody or hurt anybody, but they were taking their chances. There was the injury in the game. I'm sure that's
the cracked rib.
Yeah. So we got a report from somebody from the team with Glengarry that the injury from the game, I can't remember who it was too either. I know we said it in the game, but I'm just drawing a blank here at this point. Took a shot, you saw in the highlight pack, went down and then was taken off the ice. That was reported as a broken rib. So that was pretty much the main things from it. We got to see Matt Thompson, who wasn't playing. If you saw the teaser for the podcast, I was ripping on him. He told...
They won that game.
Yeah, I was like, did you get kicked out? I was like, I didn't see him. I was looking for him the whole game. I was like, I couldn't find him. What number was he and that stuff? And I'm looking around, and 24 is his number. So he has that one again this year, but I couldn't find him. And then he came up to the broadcast booth there, and I was like, where did this guy come from? I'm like, did you get kicked out? And he's like, no, I wasn't playing. And that's why they won. But on that note, are you good with that game?
Yeah, I just want to throw out the goaltender for the Pipers, Lassette. Maxime Lassette, I think he played a phenomenal game despite in that losing effort. Even right before, the injury, he was just making save after save, and it was just they're notable saves. They weren't like they were easy stops. He kept that team in the game, like to get outshot 66 to 29. He had a very, very big task at hand in that game. So my hats off to him. He fantastic job in that game, in that losing effort. Something you don't see in the 3 stars, but I think he was one that was definitely noticeable in that.
Perfect. Yeah. That was, like I said, great game. Kind of expand on Matt not playing. He did come out and play in the second game, and they won, so he showed me. The second game that happened the next day in Long Sault Arena for the South Stormont Mustangs. That game was a 6-2 final for the Mustangs. They took both. A little bit more distance on that score. But again, you never know, especially with that player that took the injury. I'm not super familiar with Glengarry, so I don't know his full role, but I know they had a short bench as well. So short bench, guy injured, and in net, if they have the information here for me, who do we have going? We had for Glengarry, we had Anthony Pagliaro. Pagliarulo. You know how I could say it when we had the highlight pack, but my memory is
Pagliarulo. I know.
Yeah.
Pagliarulo.
So 846 save percentage, not like we said, anything really in the 85 to low 900 in this league is pretty good. So can't complain there. They gave Maxine the night off, and there could have been an injury as well. Like we said, there was that collision, I believe it was, where everything kind of slowed down for him. So as for the Maxville, I did again. South Stormont Mustangs. Frederick Waugh was a net with a 935 save percentage, so good job to him there. Other than that, no 3 stars. Oh. They don't want no 3 stars in those games. But
what would you say the same percentage was? 935?
Yep.
Those are
So yeah, we'll just give him the first star. Chris Newhook had 2 goals. Brandon Gilmore had a goal. For Maxville, there was a couple other ones. Connor McCormick. Maxwell, I did it again. So Stormont. Connor McCormick, Kevin Hope, and Justin Gagnon. Yeah. Pipers, Bradley Gabor, and Kevin Hawson or Howson. I don't want to say Howson because that would mean Howson. Howson. HOW. Where is it here? That one.
Oh yeah, Howson.
Yeah. So bad at names. Now there was a double minor to friend of the show, Matt Thompson. Double minor for grabbing hair, face mask, or helmet. What did you do, bud? I wasn't there. I can't tell you, but maybe
Grabbing hair, face, or helmet?
Face mask or helmet. So maybe he was just asking the guy to politely remove his bucket so they could have a friendly altercation, and the person didn't, so he might have got it for that. There was no other penalties at that time, so maybe he's just running around grabbing people's masks, being like, I like this one. Is this a Wargate? Other than that, inciting an opponent to the Glengarry Pipers, Austin Gaspar, after a roughing call. We got 2 and a 10. 10-minute misconduct. You're in trouble, bud.
Can't do that.
So, other than that, no real notable penalties other than your normals. Double minor for spearing. That's notable. Jacob Swamp from South Stormont Mustangs. That, like we said, that was a series. I'm not surprised things carried over. Yep. Great game. Great energy.
That arena, that Tim Hortons Electric Zamboni. No, but seriously, beautiful arena. Arguably, I'd say one of the nicest ones we've seen. There's some nice arenas in the league, but in terms of an older barn that they renovated, the ice was really nice. The boards were really clean. Just overall, Very nice facility. Very, very nice facility. The viewing, like the view in that arena was really nice. The lighting, the show that they put on before the game. I'm talking about the first game, I should say. But yeah.
Yeah, we don't know what's going on in South Stormont. Like I've heard things that they have laser shows, smoke shows, mascots coming down from the ceiling. The bluebirds or whatever they are shoot over the arena before the games to give them that atmosphere. I don't know what they're doing down there. But yeah, so that was a pretty good game. And
Fireworks. Who knows?
yeah.
Fire show. Who knows? The only way to know is to go to the games.
You should go to the games.
Yeah. Maybe you'll see us there. Who knows?
Last season, the Western Conference Final was a show, going the distance and ending in Arnprior, where the Gananoque Islanders beat out the Rivermen and went on to face the North Dundas Rockets for the EOSHL Championship. Arnprior wants to get revenge for that loss, and Gan wants to spoil it. Let's jump on down and check out the game from Arnprior with this highlight pack, and then we'll be back to go over the game. Check it out.
Over to the right face-off circle and a shot through traffic, and they score! Seed on the left face-off circle. Dan Johnson picks the corner and evens the score. 7:39 into the first period. With Moyes in the slot, shoots and scores! On the stick handling by Wainman at the left face-off circle, pass down low. Wainman at the side of the net now tries to jam it home, and he does! 2-2 game now with a power play goal from the Islanders. 6:36 left in the first period. Ryan Peck now over the blue line. Carries it behind the goal, tried to pass out in front, and it's a one-time goal for Jesse Dick. Rivermen strike right back to retake the lead. 6:24 remaining in the first period. It's the cut around. Harris, pass down low. Toe drag out in front, backhand attempt. Puck in the crease, rebound, and they score! Luka Nocita. Power play goal, and it's a 4-2 lead with 4:11 left in the first period. Out to center ice, 2-on-1. Roth holds, he shoots and scores! Short-handed goal, and it's a 5-2 Rivermen lead with 41 seconds left in the first period.
I love a good short-handed goal.
Pass to the outside for Ryan Peck. He curls and shoots and scores! Peck finds the inside on the far side, and it's 6-2 lead for the Rivermen. 5:17 gone in the second period. Touches it to his feet and passes off to Jardine. Jardine on the backhand, tucks it home. 5-hole shot, and it's 7-2 Rivermen. And it's 7-2 hockey game. Islanders looking to get right back into it, and they get a goal there to make it 7-3. Femnicida walks in, losing his feet. Out in front though for Dick. Dick to the backhand, and he scores! Falling to the ice. Dick finds the hole again. Polakowski gets one back for the Islanders to make it 8-4. Moyes behind the Islanders net, and he pulls off the Michigan! Highlight reel goal for Moyes, and it's a 9-4 game. That one will go on the B2 Sports highlight reel for sure for the rest of the season and for seasons to come. And the Islanders are over the blue line. Harris for Steven, and Steven scores. Roth in a battle along the boards, knocked to the ice, and apply it at the side of the net. Rebound in the crease. No trick called, and the Islanders are able to capitalize on the opportunity. For the Islanders, Steven passes to the outside. Coda cuts in, but is stick checked at the face-off circle. Steven shoots and scores! A bad angle shot, but Hudson was unable to cover the short side, and now it's a 2-goal game. A save by Hudson. Puck kept it at the point. Cross shot, and they score! The slot, Coda takes a poke at it. In the crease, a rebound opportunity, and they tie the game! Polakowski on the back door gets the puck over the pad, and with 4:06 left to play, it's a 9-9 hockey game. Harris almost cut off along the boards, but he continues to work his way down the ice with possession. Harris cuts back, backhand pass for Rees. Rees shoots and he scores! Rees completes the comeback, and it's a 10-9 win for the Islanders over the Rivermen in overtime. What a comeback for the Islanders, who trailed 9-4 at the end of the second period, but 6 unanswered goals, and that's a wrap from Arn Pryor.
Well, we hope you enjoyed that highlight pack. What a game. 9-4 for the Rivermen. Adrian Moyes drops the dirty Michigan, sent Ryan off on a tangent. So that was quite something to happen. I'm sure we'll be discussing that here in a minute when I bring you in. Other than that, I'm pretty sure that was the poke the bear in that game, because it was right then there that Gananoque decided that they had enough of any sticks with blade tape on them.
Yeah, try to do a Michigan. Get some blade tape.
You haven't been brought into this yet, punk. So other than that, for the game, nothing extremely notable in the penalty area. There was one unsportsmanlike penalty that went to Ross Campbell directly after he scored the first goal. Made a gesture to the Riverman bench, which I will not comment on what it was.
You can't do that.
It was something that you can't do that would be, unacceptable to do to somebody. Maybe not in a game. Maybe it's not outside a game. It definitely would be something that would be in the wrestling, World Wrestling Entertainment. But other than that, nothing notable in there. As to the goals, though, holy goals. Jesse Dick put on a show. It looks like Ryan Palowski. I screw that up every time. Palakowski had 1, 2, 3, 4 goals. Justin Stevens had 3 goals. And Alex Reese had the overtime winner, as you saw in that highlight pack. The goals were just 19 goals and 19 goals in total, and they had for the shots 46 for the Rivermen and 62 for the Islanders. So they had 108 shots and 19 goals in that game. And they did not have a shortage in the you can't see that, but that's the penalty amount there. It was a full S20 Ultra. So yeah, that was a good game. Short bench for Gananoque. No Tom Dixon, no Eric Selleck. They were notables out of the lineup. There was only Tyler Truesdell on the bench, I believe, as a coach. So, yeah, very short bench, short staff. Gan was trailing, but still found a way to bring it back, and that's why they made it to the finals. Anything from that game that stood out from you from the highlights, or what you have taken in from anybody from it?
Well, yeah, I mean, like you said earlier, I think that Michigan goal woke up the Islanders there. That coming back from 9-4. It's a huge deficit. That just shows that Gan's a very complete team, willing to compete, and willing to do anything to get the W. So, yeah, I'd say that was a big momentum shift for them.
Yeah, definitely. That was the pretty much all I have for the game as well. They it was all Armprior for the first half of the game, and it was all Gananoque for the second half. So the overtime, you kind of had a feeling with 3 guys on the ice on each side that it was going to be a quick ending, and you kind of had a feeling that Gananoque had the momentum, you know, with that giant amount of goals that they input into the net there, the 6 straight goals from the 147 mark of the second all the way up to the overtime. It was scored at 5:52, so they put in, you know, a good, I think this was a 10-minute period overtime, so about 4 minutes and 8 seconds of overtime, minute 42 from the second period on, so a little over, period and a half kind of thing, about that they put in, and yeah, it was pretty much the nail in the coffin for the Rivermen. Once they started getting all those goals, they just couldn't.
They didn't stop the Islanders after that.
No.
The Deseronto Bulldogs headed down to Gloucester, Ontario, where they faced off against the Bytown Royals. They were looking to end Bytown's ways of winning right now, and they wanted to get themselves on a great stretch of W's. So let's see what they did in this highlight pack, and then we'll jump back and we'll go over everything that went down. And I think I even made a little spot into the highlight pack, so take a look.
Shot attempt comes around for Mott at the point. Mott's shot deflects off a body in front of the net, and it's a 1-0 lead for the Royals. Handed breakaway, forehand, backhand, 5-hole save made by keeper. And Chamberlain, centering pass, Mafu over to the right side, walking in, and a shot and a goal. MJ Graham makes it 2-0. Pass back for Salem. Salem looks for a deflection. Mott coming in, shoots and scores. It's off the post and in. A power play goal with 5:47 seconds left in the second period, and a 3-0 lead for the Royals. And along the boards, Bulldogs skate the puck out. Brandt dodges a check. Brandt with a shot from the circle, hits the outside of the net, wrap around, and he scores! Brandt goes from end to end and capitalizes, getting the Bulldogs on the board. It's a 3-1 game with 3:12 left in the first period. Royals with a 2-on-1, 30 seconds left. Short-handed, it's a breakaway. Backhand opportunity, and he goes over top of the blocker. It's a 4-1 lead. Short-handed goal, second of the game for MJ Graham. Shot from the right face-off circle by Graham. Couple of whacks at it, couple pad saves by Sarazin and Mott. After the whistle, back to the blue line. A nifty move, and a shot and a goal! Arnberg with the toe drag and the snipe makes it a 4-2 game with 12:38 left in the second period over the blue line. Centers it, and Graham gets the hat trick, a one-time goal with 3:33 left in the second period, and Graham restores the 3-goal lead for the Royals, 5-2. Unity, LaBelle, backhand feed, knocked out of midair, puck at the side of the net. Arnberg passes over for LaBelle. LaBelle's shot blocker to side by Lyle. Wafusey loses his stick as it got tied up, and then they got an opportunity as a result of it, and they jam it into the back of the net. Great way to capitalize for the Bulldogs. And now they're getting called for the unsportsmanlike. And now it gets to 10 minutes.
We got people there watching Ahmed Mafous. I know that we get messages all the time. People are looking to see him play from, down in the States. How do you think they enjoy seeing him get kicked out? Because he said it should be inside.
This call on the high stick there. Rebound at the side of the net. Pad save by Sarazin. Up to center ice. And Arnberg shoots off the rush and he scores. 5-4 hockey game. Glove down and kept in by the Bulldogs. Shot off the end boards. Wraparound attempt. And Gervais gets across to tuck the pad against the post and keep it out. middle, cuts to the outside on his forehand. Centering pass just out of the reach of Graham. Salom's shot from the right face-off circle stopped by Saras, and some shoving after the whistle. Helmet comes off. Blocked in front one time by Chamberlain off the bench. Puck behind the net now.
These refs are just holding on for their life.
One-time shot and a deflection goes in. Mary took the shot, and it's a 5-5 game with 7:19 left to play. And Mafu over the blue line. Drop pass broken up. Centering pass. Graham shoots and scores. 4-goal game for MJ Graham. And the Royals retake the lead with 3:17 left in the third period. Puck out to center ice. 2:07 left to play. Gibson with some nifty stick handling took a hook, and the penalty, delayed penalty, goal. A little bit of insurance now off the one-time goal, and it's a 7-5 lead with 2 minutes left to play. 5-5 with a few minutes left to play, but the Royals, with 2 late goals, come away with the victory and the 2 points.
So we hope you enjoyed that Bulldogs and Royals highlight pack. Great game. Spun right back around to the 5-5 score there. Other than the officiating, which, you know, I can't say it was just me. As you know, I received a couple messages from people within the team or teams that feel it wasn't the best
Not necessary.
officiating. Yeah, we had third star from Bytown, Mitchell Gibson, 1 goal or 1 assist, for 1 point. Second star for Bytown, Maxime Chamberlain, 1 goal, 4 assists for 5 points. And MJ Graham, 4 goals, 1 assist, 5 points for the first star. Shots were really close in this one compared to the other games this weekend. 41-37 in favor of the Royals. Notables, there was obviously the rant I had in the highlight pack. That was related to Abid Mafous, who received a 2-minute unsportsmanlike conduct and a 10-minute game misconduct. I was informed that it was over where the puck was being placed. The face-off, the referee went over and asked the goaltender where, if he touched the puck, that was dependent on where the puck would lie in the face-off. There was obviously a disagreement with Mafous that it shouldn't have been there, and when he spoke up about it, and from what I heard, it was just more about he wasn't happy that the ref was taking the opinion of the goaltender. And, you know, to me, you're, 3/4 of the way across the zone over to your own bench, and you get ejected from saying you disagree with the guy. From what I've heard, there was nothing really else that was said. So I can't really go off of too much. Obviously, I wasn't on the ice, but I'm going off of actual players that spoke to me after the game that were, on the ice when it happened. So these are coming from people that were right there that actually heard what went down. Other than that, third period, 13-17 left. There was 2 Bytown players and 2 Deserano players. One Bytown player, he got 2 of the penalties. And then 2 Deserano players all got roughing after the whistle. Other than that, that was pretty much all that took place in that game on the rough stuff side. Goals, like we said, MJ Graham, what a night. Amon Mafous had 4 assists along with his 12 minutes of misconducts. So he still put in a good amount of points, and And like we said, in the game, people really want to see him play. And we know we have people coming from all over the world that are messaging us and saying that, you know, they like him, they like seeing him before, and they want to continue to see him. So we're glad that he got back in the game and got to do some stuff there. So pretty much that's the long and the short of the Bytown Deserano game. We're super excited to get out and see some more from Deserano. They have definitely expressed, you know, that they like to have their content shared. They have a lot of fans, Toronto area and stuff like that, that they want to get the content out to that can't make the game. So they definitely are interested in having us come out and do some games right into the doghouse there in Napanee. Man, I'm having a bad day. Deserano. So, yeah, we're going to kick off to the first commercial break, and we will be right back. Hopefully I won't be right back. I'm doing great right now. No, we'll be right back. This guy right over here, Justin, he's going to be able to rock out a great time he had this last weekend. We'll be right back up this commercial.
My name's Brady Leavold, and I've been to hell and back. This is the road to recovery.
I'm grateful, oh yeah, able, oh yeah, I'm stable, oh yeah, no label, oh yeah, you know me.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome. Hockey to hell and back.
That I survived. It was like something like crazy happened.
But the coach thought I had such a good camp. The AHL coach thought I had such a good camp as a 19-year-old or 18 turning 19-year-old at that camp. He's like, I want to bring Chris in at the end of this season.
And then that could have been the worst thing for me because now I'm back at home, right?
As proud of you as your dad, as everybody else. How we got there, it's how we get out.
Yeah, it's been a while, takes way more shit to surprise me now. When it was going down, couldn't stand your voice without blacking out. And that's what we do. Every day, same badge, we're trying to prove you'd feel.
I traveled down to the area of Smiths Falls, Ontario to see the second half of the back end of the home and home series between the Frontenac Phantoms and the Smiths Falls Ritos. That game was full of action, full of physicality, and you're going to see it right here in the highlight package. Stay tuned. We're going to discuss that game very shortly.
Let's go! Doritos breaking into the Phantom zone. Stalled at the blue. And the Doritos score straight over the shoulder of Clement. Ooh, that was a good call. Nation is not happy about that hit. 2-on-1, Kahan. Ryu with the shot, saved by Slack. Here comes a 1-on-2. Shot, and the Ritos score. 2-0. Men didn't have much of a chance. Saved by Slack. Nice save. And shoot. And the Phantom score. What a nice Ooh, big hit. I saw the hit. It looks like there's a fight going on here. Look at that. Sonaki leveled one Reno players are down. Sonaki here and has to respond to that hit. Here's an opportunity. Scores! What a goal! Phantoms tie the game on the missed poke check. Breakaway. Ritos come in. Shot. Oh! What a nice save on the goal line by Clement. That Clement was beaten. The puck didn't roll past the goal line, and we've still got a tie game. Jake kept the.
Ooh, nice little reverse check on Colton DiStefano there by the Rito player number 53. Shot. Oh, and that's one Jake would have won it back, and the Ritos take the lead. Here's an opportunity here, a partial break. Shot, and they score on the breakaway. Number 44 for the Ritos now makes it 4-2. Very fortunate there, the puck didn't go the other way for a shorthanded opportunity. There's a one-timer saved by Clement, and he scores on the rebound. It's now 5-2. Well, here comes an opportunity. Here comes in speed. Sodaki comes in. Shot, and oh, that did not look like it felt very good. Oh, puck hit the back of the player here, back of his head. That's always a good sign. Not very happy there. Just up from the point. Oh, and just like that, the Ritos now take a 4-goal lead. Ooh, a little bit of a high shot, and the Ritos score on that shot, and it's 7-2. Game of it. And the Frontenac Phantoms score! And it looks like the Ritos are going to be getting tossed again for another end of the second period. Okay. A nice windmill save there by Slash. For the wrap round. Here comes a one-timer shot. Save. Oh, opportunity here. Shot. Oh, another save by Slack. Beautiful save. From Sodaki. Shot off the net. Shot. Oh, what a save by Slack. And another save by Slack. What a save. There's a one-timer shot. Saved by Slack. And the Phantoms score. On the power play. Opportunity. Extra forward comes in. Oh, and he scores. Clement tried to extend the leg but could not get enough of the puck. And the puck squeezes through, and it's now 8-3 for the Ritos. Before we take our take on this game, we're going to shoot it over to Davin Hamilton with the Hamilton Report. And did I mention this guy should be Jay Onright's future partner on air? That's right, Jay Onright. I'm talking to you.
What's up, Ritos fans? I'm back with your post-game recap. Last night's game was an 8-3 big W for the Ritos. The game had lots of goals and 48 penalty minutes to play around with, and it was exciting for the fans. Now, the Slack played solid between the pipes. Shout out to Devin Cobbles, who took a puck to the ear and took a walk across the street to get stitched up. Lots of blood to wash out of his jersey. Assistant captain Eric Litzel had a 4.9, including 2 G-notes and 2 assists, and he got the first time of the game. And your hometown boy, Costy, got second star with 4 assists in the game. The Ritos are on the road to Tweed this Saturday at 1 p.m. Hope to see a lot of you Ritos fans there, and this is Davin signing off.
Welcome back. As you saw, that game was filled with everything you can see in a hockey game. So there's a lot of hitting. There was a fight. A lot of beautiful goals. There was a change in goaltending. Overall, fantastic game.
You're out. Come on.
And overall, like after that first period, during that first period, Phantoms do start to trail that game 2-0, and they rally back to tie it. Aaron Nathan scored the first goal, and then we had Jeff Oak, who scored on a beautiful mishandle of a poke check by Slack, the Smith Falls goaltender, and he managed to get around him and stuff it in. Then after that first period was done, the second period started, and then of course the floodgates kind of started to open up for the Smith Falls Ritos. There was a beautiful, as you saw in the highlight pack, beautiful hit by Liam Sodicki. He just level player. And then, of course, like someone came in to defend the player that got hit, and then they dropped the mix for a pretty good tilt. I hope you guys enjoyed that in the highlight pack, because I most certainly enjoyed seeing it while I was there. The whole place kind of erupted while it happened. There was a painful moment in the game where the Smith Falls Ritos bench door came open, and Aaron Nathan was coming by and looked like he got hit into the doorway. Luckily, he didn't get too banged up. He was a little sore, but he did return to the game, luckily. But overall, fantastic game. Notables in this game, actually, was Eric Witzel, 4 points, 2 goals, 2 assists. Brett Costello for the Ritos, 4 helpers. We heard his name a lot during the game. Even I think somebody in his family won the 50-50. That's how funny that is, hearing that name all across the arena. And of course, Aaron Nathan, 1 goal on the evening. So those are actually the 3 stars of the game. Shots in that game were 53-45 for the Ritos. Very big game whenever called upon. Slack, the goalie for the Ritos, played phenomenal. And Jake Kamin had some very solid saves in that game as well, in the losing effort. So overall, Ritos keep improving their season record, and now the Phantoms have dropped 3 straight.
That's a great Homer report. I preferred the Hamilton report myself. It was a much better report. Definitely. It was a much better report. You keep talking to Jay Unray, trying to get him to hire the kid, and you know what his value and what he's worth. So
yes, I do. He should definitely take Jay Unray's job and just.
And he can leave us anytime, because he doesn't even know what network he works for. So what I will say, though, a notable from his take on the game was the puck to the head.
Yeah, that was scary.
Yeah, so we're glad to hear that got right over. That's the nice thing with Smith Falls, is if you get injured in the arena, they can cart you across they can drag you in a wheelie bag.
There's a dentist in that arena too.
He didn't need a dentist.
No, I'm just
he
saying.
needed a doctor. And they're at the hospital.
What I'm saying is the convenience. You have the hospital across the street, and you've got the dentist right inside the building.
Now, here we like to highlight arenas and what they have available, like meetings and, nice things like that. Smith Falls has a lot of medical stuff, which is making me wonder what's going on at their games. But no, it was a great game. I definitely, I got to enjoy the game when I live streamed it and did the score. So felt like I was there, sitting with you in the stands. And like I said, Davin, we love getting his reports on it. Like I said, it was much better too. He wasn't no homer, he's not.
He's not a homer. What are you talking about?
Less of a homer than you. No, yeah, he did a great job, and yeah, it was a great game. So couldn't be happier that we got the opportunity to get it. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got.
Yeah, overall, Phantoms again. Their next game is gonna be on this Saturday at 7:30. As you said, it's gonna be at home at the Cataraqui Arena against the Gananoque Islanders. That's gonna be a good deal.
It's gonna be a good one.
The South Grenville Rangers headed west to Tweed to face off against the Oil Kings. They wanted to get in there and stop Tweed from winning because they had a giant overtime W last week. And they needed to get a win because it's been quite some time since they've had one. Well, the Rangers weren't able to beat the Oil Kings. A win in overtime, 8-7. What a game for the Oil Kings. And you can hear all about that game if you jump on over to the Tweed Oil Kings page and hear the podcast from Super Dave and Brooksy. So get on over there to find out everything that happened in that game. Unfortunately, we haven't seen much about it posted online, so they'll be able to deliver all the news for you. The North Dundas Rockets blasted off into Cornwall to face off against the Prowlers. And with this score, you'd think they made it to the moon. That's right, no overtime needed for this one. 7-3 for the Rockets over the Prowlers. no highlight clips for this one, and there's no podcast. So jump on to the EOSHL website to check out the game sheet and see what happened.
That's all for our commercials for the show. Up next, we're going to have the highlights of the week. You're not going to want to miss this one because there are things that we've included in our highlight package that we just haven't before, and you're not going to want to miss it. So let's just say we're going to start these ones off with quite a boom.
Play. Gibson with some nifty stick handling, took a hook, and the penalty.
Opportunity here. Shot. Oh, another shot.
Out in front goes for Dick. Dick to the backhand, and he scores. Dick finds the hole again.
Here come the Mustangs. Coming in. Shot. Scores.
One-time shot, and a deflection goes in. Pass. Shoots and scores. 4-goal game.
Commercial break. Shot. And they score in. Shot. Oh, what a nice save.
He shoots and scores. Shot away. Backhand opportunity. Backhand pass for his. He shoots and he scores. Reeves complete
shot. Oh, what a save. Number 53. Shot. Oh, and
after the point. Cross shot and they score.
One-timer saved by Clement. And he scores on the rebound. Point. Oh, and him. Oh, the puck has it.
Move and a shot for goal.
Here's an opportunity. Score. Glad he's okay. A nice windmill save there. Shoot. And the Phantom score. Ooh, big hit. I saw the key. It looks like there's a.
Well, it finally happened. Battle of the highlights. Justin has won one. That's right. Paul Tompkins takes him to victory with the Grant Fuhr-like save. And now I'm only leading by one. So, we're going to want you to check out this highlight pack and let us know who you want to win. Your vote matters, and hopefully my vote is your vote. And I don't get too far or get evened up with him, because then he'll take off. So, pick my highlight, even though you don't know which one it is. Check out these highlights, voting on the Facebook group, and we also have the video on the B2SN Facebook page. Get on, check it out, but you're checking it out right now. Here we go.
The breakaway shot, saved by Jake Clement. Oh, what a save!
Right before the net came off, Jake came in and just robbed with the glove, and we got a Islander.
Nice pick. Rhino's going in. Out front. Oh, what a goal! Rhino! Woo! Jake's winning overtime, baby.
Well, there you have it. That's the Battle of the Highlights. We hope you enjoyed it. and we hope we get to see your votes online. Now we're going to jump into our upcoming games. This is the end of our show, even though we have a little more to say after it, but this is still the last segment on the show. So, upcoming games, I'm going to be in Arnprior, checking out the Rivermen take on the Prowler at 4:30 at the Nick Smith Center. Justin's going to be in the Cataraqui Arena for the Gananoque Islanders versus the Frontenac Phantoms. That is a rivalry game, and if you're from Gananoque, jump on down the 401 and check out your team play. This is going to be a noisy arena. Make sure your team city is the loudest. City, town, because technically they're not the same. But make sure yours is the loudest. Then I will be jumping down the 417 to Gloucester to watch the Bytown Royals take on one of our favorite teams, the South Stormont Mustangs. And they've been putting on quite a show for us for all of our games. So South Stormont Mustangs and Bytown will be live streamed. Arnprior and the Prowlers will be live streamed. And the Frontenac Phantoms and Gananoque Islanders will be recorded and posted live shortly after. Now, anything you have left to say here in the show, Justin, before we go? Anything you want to let these fans know?
Yeah, I do have something I want to add. Vote comment. Because I think I just gave away who I chose as my highlight of the week. But vote comment. Jake. It's the cement wall.
Not calling him the nickname I made up for him today.
What was that nickname?
Cement Head.
Oh, jeez.
Or was it Cement Face?
You said cement face.
Cement Face, that's right. Jake Cement Face comment.
All I can think about is that scene in The Office where Michael Scott goes into wet cement and puts his face in cement.
You have too much time on your hands and a Netflix subscription. I know this. Something I will note, we got a report. Now, it's not on the OSHL website under suspensions. I can't comment. The other one went up pretty quick, but this one hasn't gone up yet. From what I have heard, like I said, can't confirm official, but 12-game suspension for the player that hit Zach Riome and broke his jaw. So that will be a little bit of a suspension. I feel is a little light for the outcome, but that again is not my place. I'm just kind of, giving my input. I'm not sure how you felt on it, but you got to see the videos quite extensively in slow-mo and frame by frame like I did. So
considering, the league itself is a 20-game season, that's roughly 60% of the season. So I'm kind of indifferent about it. To be honest with you, it's tough. I mean, we've only this is really the first one we've seen this season. So for myself, it's really tough to really justify what what a lengthy suspension is. I mean, but it is 60% of the season. So hopefully, player who committed the incident. The action infraction doesn't do anything like that again. I mean, that's what the suspension's for, gotta think about what you did. But anyway, nonetheless, I'm kind of indifferent about it. I'm completely impartial, so and 60% of the season's a long time off, not playing, so
yeah, we're not sure Zach if he'll be coming back or if he's retiring out at this point.
And that's the thing too, right? Yeah. It's you never want to see a guy go through that. No. And hopefully this kind of sends a message that the league won't tolerate it.
Yep.
If we start seeing an increase of things like that happening, obviously I think the league's going to look at it and say, hey, we can't have this happen. Maybe you're going to look at full year suspensions or even like not let them play the league anymore. You never know.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll see if this kind of sets a bar moving forward. I mean, unfortunately for Zach, he was on the tail end of that, and I wish him nothing but a speedy recovery on that that nasty hit.
Yep, for sure, and that's why I'm glad that they're getting the content because that kind of thing. If it was missed and not on footage, or I heard that there could be a a high price to pay if you want to get your hands on footage that isn't ours. So from there, we'll just say, you know, we're glad that we're out there to get some coverage, and you know, pretty good games overall this whole this whole weekend. I couldn't be happier than the experiences we had. A little bit less games this weekend, only 3. So we went from 5, 4, now we're down to 3 this weekend. But so we should be able to get a show out quicker.
Even like I was saying, like just the welcoming atmosphere we got from the owners of the teams that we've partnered with has been phenomenal. The support is incredible. And, you know, we can't thank those owners enough for all their tremendous support and willingness to work with us. So we thank you guys for everything you guys have been doing in terms of giving us the green light on everything that we do.
And other than that, pretty much just He's editing highlight pack stat. South Falls. Smith Falls.
South Falls.
Yeah, I said it. I knew where I was going, and I kept going with it because I was just going to be like, you know what, it's close enough. Smith Falls, Ritos, and Frontenac Phantoms highlight package was brought to me by this guy over here. So
I did the whole game solo.
Yeah. He did the game. He did the picking of the highlights. That's why, you know, it's a Homer highlight package. But, you know, I was able to find some good highlights for Davin, you know, for his non-Homerish highlight pack, the Hamilton report. Okay, guys, just so you know, he doesn't know that this is B2SN.
What is that?
He doesn't know. He doesn't know. I love it. He's like, I'll send you videos, but I don't care. Oh, we had such a good time. Oh, my newest target is no longer Aaron Nathan. It's now Colton DeStefano. How dare you? Last night I received what I can only call as an attack by a Montreal Canadiens fan towards me and my choices in life to cheer for the Toronto Maple Leafs. And let me tell you, this isn't over. This isn't over, Colton. That's it for me.
Don't worry, Colton. I got your back.
I'm the last line of defense.
Go Habs, go, baby.
Keep on streaming.
Keep on streaking.
We can officially endorse that now, maybe. I don't know. By the way, if you streak, please do not have B2SN like written on your naked body. That would suck. Especially if you're at the game and got it, because I would have to turn it into promo material. We will see you guys next week.